Hello class, let's go to week 7 for CIT, and this is the overview you're listening to right now, and we're going to learn a little bit more about software. In this case, we're going to learn about system software. So let's kind of go into the ebook and take a look, and I guess I'm already logged in, so I don't need to log in to Pearson Plus. I'll go right to my table of contents. Let's close chapter 4 and go into chapter 5. And let's go around here somewhere. I'm going to jump to where it really starts talking about it. So system software is operating systems. And a computer has to have an operating system to run. It doesn't necessarily need application programs, so it would be helpful. But many of the systems that are inside elevators and thermostats and so forth, they have their own little OS and application that does just a few main things. Your car has many computers and it's got its own operating system and system software. So here's what the operating system does for system software. It manages the hardware, it manages the software, and the different tasks and coordinates and sequences the things that need to happen. And it gives you a user interface, right? In the early days, you didn't have a graphical user interface. You actually made a menu so you didn't have to do command line to get into programs, so you just click on a button and go into them. We used to write our own menus for that kind of thing. So, but I date myself. Now we have, software with an interface that's graphical. That's you click and point, you're there, or you tap on a screen now. Just like ATMs at banks. That's all. You just tap on screens. That's how easy the interface is. And some of them you can just speak to, and they'll take your directions and off they go with Siri on the iPhone. So a user interface, part of the operating system that enables individuals to interact with the computer, right? That's key. So that is the operating system. That is what it does. So let me jump out of here and go into Canvas. Here we are. You just looked at the ebook in chapter 5, learning again about software, real key, because many times you'll buy a computer and you have to update the software, and you're getting fixes and on cell phones and tablets, and they come often because they find exploits and they have to patch them. So there's an audio PowerPoint for you. Again, the chapter study guide, the questions, which I encourage you to look at and try to answer before next week, which is quiz week. Another extra credit, Saturday sharing, where you can share what you learned about in this class about either the textbook, Tech in Action Chapter 5, or in the My IT Lab, the Word Chapter 4, which, come to speak of it, let's go into it. Let's take a look at Word Chapter 4. And you'll have to log in if you haven't already, but I'm already got it up. So here we are. We're the final chapter of word processing. Again, let's take a look at what's in it. Let's load it up. You'll select writing style, research papers. So that's going to come in handy. Learning how to do citations and bibliographies, footnotes, cover pages. In fact, the cover page is one of the tasks you'll do on the hands-on test here next week. Working with a PDF document. So that's it. And I won't launch it this time. I know you know what to do with that. You know what, I realized I skipped a little bit about the objectives for the Tech in Action Chapter 5 book. So just going over it again, you're going to talk about we're going to learn about the functions of operating systems and the different types of operating systems, like the many ones in your car and things like that. Explain how the operating system helps manage hardware such as the processor, the memory, the storage. Peripheral devices are like printers and monitors and things like that. How the operating system interacts with the application. In fact, it shuts down the application if you need to. Control-Alt-Delete, and you can end an application that doesn't want to stop running, but you can make it stop running. Windows interface. And that's pretty much it. I won't go any further in it. I think it's a key thing for you to know. We learned a little bit about what's happening in our last and final chapter 4 Word, and then next week we're going to have a hands-on test on that. So going back to Canvas, this is kind of an easier overview because you know a lot of this already. There's a sequence of things, and I'll be getting into next week here shortly, so on the next recording. So we'll see you on the